country, with emphasis on military operations between 23rd of February and 9th of March 2023. Top is rescue of 63 kidnapped victims and arrest of 8 political thugs with weapons attempting to disrupt the recent presidential elections.
On 24th February 2023, intelligence reports revealed terrorists converging with plans to attack some locations in Kawa, Gambaru and Mongunu in Borno State in a bid to disrupt the 2023 general election. Consequently, series of air interdiction operations were carried out at the identified locations. Feedback revealed that the airstrike dealt with the terrorists, as several terrorists were neutralized with their logistics destroyed.
Similarly, the DHQ attributed a drastic reduction in kidnapping for ransom to the current cashless policy.
Troops are all relentless in their efforts in terms of anti-kidnapping operations across the length and breadth of the country. But equally, I want to believe that the cash squeeze has equally contributed. Because if you kidnap people and ask for ransom, the mode of payment is usually cash. They are going to pay through electronic transfer. You can easily be monitored, and there will be a cash trail assigned to that money that was repaid.
In the south, southeast, and west, several criminal camps were denied freedom of actions, while illegal refining sites were destroyed and arms recovered.
Registered political parties in Nigeria have called on the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, not to allow a repeat of hitches witnessed during the last presidential elections when the commission failed to upload results to its server. The parties under the Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC, made the call after an emergency meeting in Abuja on the rescheduled elections by INEC.
Nigerians will not tolerate any excuse for poor performance as witnessed in the failure to upload the results from polling units to the INEC RV and in real time, which led to the ongoing litigations in court by aggrieved political parties and their candidates and the postponement of the governorship and State House of Assembly elections.
IPAC advised Nigerians and all stakeholders in the electoral process to bear with the Commission on the new date for governorship and State House of Assembly elections.
And assured that the data stored on the beavers from the Presidential and National Assembly polls would be backed up and accessible in INEC Result View Portal, RF, for interested parties. It is obvious that the integrity, credibility, acceptability, and transparency of the electoral process and the elections are essential for enduring democracy.
The umbrella body for the council urges security agents to sit up and be alive to their mandate to secure lives and property before, during, and after the polls. And the National Universities Commission, NUC, says it's the sole responsibility of individual universities to decide on extending the 2 weeks election break for students from February 22nd to March 14th due to the rescheduling of the March 11 governorship and the State House of Assembly elections to March 18th. The NUC Director of Public Affairs, Haruna Ajo, told AIT on Thursday that universities have the autonomy to call for breaks at any time according to their academic calendars. The NUC, however, says students have the right to perform their civic responsibilities of voting and acting as ad hoc officials. The NUC equally advises that the security of these students, should they remain on the campus during the polls, should be strongly considered. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, rescheduled the governorship and State House of Assembly polls from this Saturday to next week to enable it configure the bimodal accreditation system, the Beavers, as ruled by the Presidential Election Tribunal Court on Wednesday. The NUC, through the Federal Ministry of Education, had directed institutions to close for the election after about 3.5 million students raised concerns that they may be disenfranchised.
Of Governor Bala Mohammed, where the APC governorship campaign train moved to, and allegedly attacked some people of the community.
Apparently they came for a mission because they had a list of people they wanted to get, and they even visited them in their homes, shot one and killed him there. And of course, they unleashed terror by destroying vehicles, my billboards.
The situation prompted Governor Bala Muhammad, alongside government functionaries, to pay a sympathy visit to the victims of the attack, which the governor described as inhuman.
This is not the first place. They have done it in Mr. Local Government. They killed 2 people. They have done it in Toro, where they shot but they didn't die. They did it in Akaleri. I don't know whether you will go and scout for votes with the barrel of the gun. I thought we will meet at the polls. I didn't know he wanted war and that you can bring war to somebody's home.
The governor called on the affected community to remain calm and not to take laws into their hands, as he will not allow the matter to be buried under the carpet.
We will make our report to Mr. President, to our Inspector General of Police and the DSS, and of course the local authorities here in Bauchi. Being a governor, I cannot be a judge in my own case, but certainly the situation is appalling, it's condemnable.
No official statement has been heard from the police as of time of filing this report. Suleiman Issa, AIT News Pouch.
Obiezu said this while presenting its preliminary report on the conduct of the presidential and National Assembly elections.
INEC must assuage those citizens who, for no fault of theirs, were disfranchised to exercise their constitutional right of electing their leaders. As March 2023, slated for gubernatorial and state assembly elections approaches, these recommendations have become expedient following the post-election atmosphere of distrust and betrayal, as the vast majority of Nigerians are still dissatisfied with the outcome of the last election as not the reflection of the people's mandate.
The Center observed that 8 observers who monitored the election reported shortcomings on the path of the electoral empire, which can be improved upon on the governorship and state houses of assembly elections.
We strongly recommend that INEC should provide a satisfactory explanation to the citizens for the ineffectiveness of the beavers to upload the results from the polling units and its recourse to manual transmission of results and the attendant delay in national collation of results. Yeah.
The Center advised Nigerians to remain calm and law-abiding, noting that all grievances should be channeled through their appropriate legal channels for redress.
The Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) in Rivers State, members of the Joint Negotiating Council at the Government House Port Harcourt to reaffirm their commitment to work with the Nyesom Wike administration to build a better state. They've also come to amend the sour relationship that has existed between Labour and the Rivers State government in the last couple of years.
We want to assure you that that impression we also try to change. We are willing to work with you. We are willing to partner with you. Because Labour, management, government relations have to be symbiotic.
The workers say they are happy with the prompt payment of salaries and pensions by the Rivers State government. And ahead of the March 18 governorship election in the state, organized Labour says it will mobilize votes for one of its own and candidate of the PDP, Sim Fubara.
We are going to come out massively to vote for him. We are not just saying it for the fun of it. We are going out there to campaign. We will thank God for the extension of the period, the extension of 1 week. We'll use the 1 week to come out to the secretariat to tell our people to come out.
Responding, Governor Nyesom Wike blames the immediate past chairman of the NLC, Beatrice Utubo, for the breakdown in the relationship between his administration and the workers' union. He accuses her of spreading lies that his administration owed pensioners 15 months of their entitlements.
We have been paying pension and gratuities every month, not less than 3.something billion set aside to pay gratuities and pension. But you see, I'm going to say that I've never paid for 15 months. And that's unfair. Quite unfair.
The governor also blames the former NLC chairman for the delay workers have suffered in getting their promotions.
It was because of her I refused on the issue of promotion. I refused. But now that she had left, and to welcome you, we are going to start the promotion. I didn't want her to take credit. You should take the credit.
Moving on, Nyesom Wike says Rivers workers should be excited about the prospects of having one of their own elected during the March 18 governorship election.
The civil service, the union, ought to have taken it upon themselves to say this campaign is our own campaign. That we are getting one of us now who will be in charge of the affairs of this state. The deputy is also experienced in civil service job, who has been a permanent secretary, down to a commissioner, and a lecturer.
AIT News Portal.